So we're discussing Planet of the Apes, but I want to discuss Disney Plus because now we know Disney Plus. We know now Disney owns the property of Planet of the Apes when they purchased Fox. And now you've got to think to yourself now, what is the future for Planet of the Apes? We've heard a couple of years ago they said they were going to work on new projects and it would be a continuation of some sort. I've heard that, and then I've heard different stories over the years online, different articles. Is there room for a Planet of the Apes project on Disney Plus though? Maybe we might get more movies which won't be Disney Plus projects, but Disney now have tons of different shows of like they have Star Wars, and I've mentioned this on the show before of potentially doing something with the Planet of the Apes property. They got Star Wars, they got all these Marvel shows now. Is it time? Would there be room? Would there be a demand for a Planet of the Apes TV show? I feel like Planet of the Apes would make for an amazing TV show. My one of my biggest dreams has always been to see. I think it's when I seen Lost for the first time, to see an updated version of Planet of the Apes, the TV show, or a TV version of Planet of the Apes, but using the costumes from like the originals, using them style like the actual costumes rather than mocap technology. I still, to this day, I would love to see that now, an updated version. I think it would be amazing. But maybe there's room to do something different. Why can't we have the mocap version of it? You know, a continuation of these new movies, using the mocaps, the CGI apes, and doing a TV show of that. They can do big TV shows. They've proved they can do these big Marvel ones. They can do big Star Wars ones. They've got the big sets now. It doesn't seem as much of a demand, production-wise, money-wise, to create these projects now. So, is there room for it on Disney Plus? I certainly think there is room to make that and to have that on there. I think there's a massive fan base for Planet of the Apes. You look at like I said, it's a media franchise. It is like a Star Wars, like a Masters of the Universe. It's a huge media franchise now. If they created a Disney Plus show, I think it would be absolutely huge. I really do think it would be huge. If you had a continuation, but a fresh story from where the movies ended with them reboots, with the War for the Planet of the Apes, it would just. I think it would be a must-watch for Disney Plus shows. Like I said, I would like to see something of like a Lost, where maybe you get like this, like you have these astronauts and they go to like Planet of the Apes, or there's some sort of maybe something different, you know. Maybe if we at the end of the story was like humans and apes now were sort of like living together because we have the young girl. So maybe we see this rise of the way the apes and humans work together initially, but then we see then a fallout again. We see this rise. We see a civil war. Maybe give us a different storyline within the Planet of the Apes universe. Maybe look at like some of the comic books, the graphic novels, to see what they're doing with the stories, because I know there's tons out there. I'm not going to lie, I've never really got into the comic books much as a comic book reader. I am a comic book reader, but I've just never got into the comic books, and it's something I probably will have to get into at some point, because if I do really like the movies, and if I like the movies this much, I'm sure as a comic book reader, as a graphic novel reader, I would really like the comic books, and I'm sure there's tons of great stories out there. As with all like these comic books, like TV shows, superhero movies, there's tons of stories that just have not been dived into yet. So I would really like to see something in the sort of stylings of a Lost, you know, like that sort of, and similar to the original TV show and the original movies, and just like that mystery of like these of humans on this Planet of the Apes, and to see that mystery of how it all unfolds. That's what I'd like to see, and I really would like to see a Disney Plus show. I think it would work. I think it'd be a missed opportunity if they never do it. And hopefully one day we will get to see a Planet of the Apes Disney Plus show. I've got my fingers crossed and my toes. Hopefully it'll happen.